Well, the MSS and the HNP have retaken a second police station in the Artibonite region. Well, this did not come easily as they had to battle out the gang of the Grand Grave gang that is dominating that particular area to retake this second police station. And that is what I'm going to tell you about today. Well, this is Bonafide. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly subscribe and hit the notification button so that when I release something new in Haiti, you get notified as soon as possible. Well, the tragic incident that happened in Pont-Sondé still rings in our mind. On October 3rd of 2024, a gang carried out an attack against the citizens of Pont-Sondé. And we're talking about the Grand Grave gang. This is the gang of Ilan Luxon. The leader is Ilan Luxon, who in his statement after the attack said that he did this attack because the people of Pont-Sondé did not want to cooperate with the gang in giving the gang the revenue to continue with its activities in that particular region. He said that these people were not cooperating when it came to toll fees in the highways. They were not cooperating when it came to giving the gang the revenue that it needed to continue the activities in the region. And that is why he commanded his soldiers, his gang members, to go out in a market and open fire at innocent civilians in Pont-Sondé. And that led to the loss of lives of more than 100 people in that day. And that was responded swiftly by the MSS and the HNP, who left Port-au-Prince all the way 100 kilometers away. They responded, although they couldn't use air means because the infrastructure and the facilities could not allow at that time, also with the risks of gangs firing at airplanes from the ground. That was a pretty risky affair. So they used the road to go all the way to Pont-Sondé, where they established a forward operating base. That was the second forward operating base by the MSS that is now situated at Pont-Sondé, and they were able to liberate a police station in the region to just beef up the security in the area and to assure the people of Pont-Sondé that the government is there to protect them. These are gang leaders who have weapons on their side, but the population does not have the protector. The population does not have the guns. So these gang leaders take advantage of the innocence and the lack of defense of the population to do whatever they want to do. So the MSS and the HNP responded swiftly to that particular situation, and they were able to contain the situation in Pont-Sondé. And this was admired by the civilians in Savien, who also wanted the MSS and the HNP to establish their foothold in that region because the Grand Grave gang also has a dominance in that particular area. So that is the reason as to why the MSS and the HNP went on to Savien to establish their presence there and liberate a police station in that particular region. But before we go to the particulars of the MSS and the HNP to retake this police station, it is important to note that these gangs and gang leaders are attacking these civilians out of flimsy reasons. And these flimsy reasons to attack the civilians are the ones that are making this whole scenario to be even more sad. If you look at the reason that Ilan Luxon gave for him to attack the innocent civilians of Pont-Sondé, it was just because they are not cooperating. So he was sort of punishing them because they are not giving him the monies that he wants. He doesn't want to appeal to that particular community in a way that would make him to be popular in that region by, let's say, being a sort of person who brings something good to them. He simply wants the society to submit to him, the society to listen to him forcefully without any other way of thinking. And that is a similar way of how you can look at the situation that happened just this weekend in Waf Jeremy. The Waf Jeremy gang, led by the leader Felix Monel, aka Mikano, gave a flimsy reason for doing his atrocities against the people of Waf Jeremy, just because his son was sick and he had to appease the instructions that he was given by the priest that there are people who are in the locality who are of old age that have cast a spell on his son. Now he had to eliminate all those people who were 60 years and above, and went on to end the lives of about 180 people in that particular locality. For that reason, 180 people lost their lives. These are the reasons as to why you're finding the gangs are doing atrocities beyond measure, beyond human thinking that someone can go and end lives just because he was told something that is not founded, something that he has never been heard before, but because he has power, because he has guns and he has authority over these people, he can go and orchestrate whatever he wants to orchestrate without any sense of responsibility. Now, this is just similar to what Ilan Luxon did in Pont-Sondé. Just because people did not want to support him, therefore he went on and committed atrocities against these people by ending the lives of more than 100 people in Pont-Sondé. And the response was swift, as I said earlier, by the MSS and the HNP. They managed to go to these places and established a forward operating base. Now they went to Savien, and as per the report by the MSS, the teams advanced stealthily in this Savien region to go and retake that police station upon the request of the civilians in that particular region in Savien. So the call came first from the civilians, and that shows the cooperation between the civilians and the law enforcement now in managing this situation in Haiti, that when the civilians and the police are working together, it becomes a little bit easier for the law enforcement to go and retake these police stations. And why are they retaking these police stations? It's because this police station now will act as bases for law enforcement in that region. That means if we have police based in that particular locality, it becomes easier for response. It becomes as a deterrence for the gangs to attack that particular locality. And the civilians also have now a refuge. Whenever there is an attack, they know where to run to. It is very difficult for the civilians to manage this situation when there is an attack. They don't know where to run to because it can happen at night. Most of these attacks also happen at night when you don't know where this attack is coming from and you don't know where to go, you don't know where to run to, and that leads to more loss of lives. But if there is a police station, then these civilians have that knowledge of where they can go, which direction they can go to seek refuge, which direction they can go so that they can save their lives and the lives of their loved ones. So this is the importance of having such structures as police stations, as forward operating bases in this region, so that they can present the hope to the civilians or the innocent civilians in that particular region, so that they know where to run to when they need help, when they need cover from these attacks, random attacks from these gangs. It is also worth noting that this station has been inoperable for years. That means that the gangs went there, they ransacked, they burnt that police station, and it has not been functioning for years. These gangs specifically target this police station so that they can eliminate threats or make these civilians to submit to them because they don't have a symbol of authority, a symbol of government authority in that region. Police stations act as symbols of government authority. So if there is no police station, then the government does not have reach in that area. And that makes it even hard for the civilians to feel the government protection on them. So these gangs went to these police stations. They made sure they burned this police station. They ransacked the police station, meaning they could go to the armory and take the arms and have these arms on their side to fight these innocent civilians. So the reinstatement of a police station in that area gives a sense of hope to these civilians in Savien that all will be well now that the government is near them. Now, this operation was not without casualties. According to the MSS report, many of the gang members that were involved in the exchange of fire were fatally shot, and others had serious life-threatening wounds that some managed to escape, but they went with life-threatening wounds that they are going to nurse for a long time. Now, this operation also showcases the moves that the MSS and the HNP in coordination are doing in different parts of Haiti, in Port-au-Prince and other parts, where they say that they are going to conduct the second operation commencing this past weekend all the way. And this is just a sign that there are activities being done by the MSS and the HNP regarding stabilizing the situation in Haiti. Although under-resourced, although understaffed, they are going out there and they are fighting these gangs day by day. They are reclaiming police stations, they are reclaiming different parts of Haiti day by day. As you can see what has happened in the region of Artibonite and other regions also in Haiti. Although the gangs are still adamant, the Vivant Sam is still adamant to fight the law enforcement is also showing that it is not stopping in its campaign to make Haiti a safer place and to restore the lost glory of Haiti to the future.